Hi everyone. One of the smallest but most important elements of speaking English clearly is learning how to use articles. Now, many language learners really struggle with articles. So in today's video, we're going to help you get a better grasp of this tricky area of grammar. An article is a type of determiner, a word which goes before a noun and modifies it or changes its meaning slightly. There are two main types of article, the indefinite and the definite. So let's begin with the indefinite article, that's a or an. If we use the indefinite article, it tells us that we're talking about any one thing of a certain type. For example, let's say you're hungry and you fancy a banana. You haven't got a particular banana in mind. It doesn't have to be a special banana, you just want a banana. So in this case, you'd use the indefinite article, a banana. I'd like a banana. Of course, if the noun begins with a vowel, using the article a would sound terrible. So if you're not in the mood for a banana, but an apple sounds nice, rather than a apple, you'd ask for an apple. Again, there's no one specific apple you have in mind. Any apple will do. And this is why we'd use the indefinite article here, an. The definite article, the, is used to refer to a specific thing. If we use it, it implies that the other person knows exactly what's being referred to. So let's go back to our scenario where you're hungry and you fancy a piece of fruit. You go into the kitchen, you look in the fruit bowl, you see there are oranges, there are apples, but just one banana. So this time, are we talking about any banana or one in particular? That's right. This time, there is just one banana, so we have a particular one in mind. That's why we would use the definite article here. In this situation, you might say to someone, "Could you pass me the banana, please?" There's only one banana, so the other person would know exactly which one you mean. So, are you ready for a little test? Would you use the definite article here or the indefinite article? A student walks into a library. She sees there are lots of computers available and she'd be happy to use any one of them for her study. Would she ask the librarian if she could use a computer or the computer? That's right. She'd use the indefinite article here, a computer. What though if she went home and still needed to do a bit more study? Now, in her family, there is just one computer and she sees that her brother is using it. Would she ask her brother if she could use a computer or the computer? Correct. There is only one computer and it's obvious which one she's referring to. So she'd use the definite article here, the computer. It might seem tricky, and in truth it is a bit, but with practice it's possible to master articles. Try to think to yourself, am I talking about any one thing or a particular, specific thing? Asking yourself this question is a great starting point in remembering which article to use. Keep listening to native speakers, keep reading and keep practicing. Don't worry if you make the occasional mistake. With time, even challenging aspects of grammar, like this one, can become second nature. For more information, check out our articles blog post below. Thanks for watching and see you next time.